In today's video, we're going to be going through 5 back exercises you should be doing to build a well-rounded back. I would say that with my physique, my back is my strong point, and these are the back exercises I've been doing over the years that I've found have built me a good back. So the first exercise is the rack deadlift. Now, this is a very underrated exercise I find. I find that no one really does this exercise, and it's going to hit all of your upper back, and it's also going to hit your lower back as well, which is an underrated thing you should be hitting. Before we get into the back training, guys, make sure before you even bother, you need to buy yourself a pair of these wrist straps. Basically what this does is you wrap it around the bar and you grab the bar, and this stops your forearm from tiring out before your back does, because we don't want to be training our forearms, we want to be training our back. Sometimes our forearms can tire out before our back does in an exercise such as this, or deadlifts in general. So basically you're going to want to set up a rack like this, and it's basically the same as a deadlift, but what you're doing is you're putting a rack here, so you're taking your legs out of the equation here, and you're not here doing lower body, you're just using your back for the movement. So we're going to wrap up, just like a normal deadlift, and we're going to lift. At the top, we're going to squeeze the back and down. And this is an exercise that's really good for absolutely loading up the back. It's essentially like a deadlift, but you're only using your back. Make sure you're sticking your butt out a lot, just like a normal deadlift. And when you're doing this, guys, when you're setting up the rack, you want to make sure that when you're doing the movement, you can't feel your legs working. If you can feel your legs working, you need to put this up higher, because otherwise it's too low and you're working your legs. So the next exercise that I would say is a great back exercise that you should be doing is the barbell bent over row. This one's a very well-known one. These are some of my tips when it comes to performing it correctly. So of course we're going to wrap up once again, but this time I find that you definitely want to do underhand for this exercise. Okay, so once you're wrapped up, I'm going to bring it off the bar. Only a few steps back, and then we want to bend down to about where the bar is around your knee area, and then you want to drive your elbows back and squeeze the back. So this exercise, once again, is a great all-round back exercise. It's going to be hitting your lower back again, heavily on your lats. You want to try keep your upper body fixed and not be going up and down. Sometimes if the weight gets too heavy, you're going to start going up like this. You don't want to be doing that. You want to stay down like this. Keep it strict. If it's too heavy, lower the weight. So the next best exercise, in my opinion, isolated lateral row. This could be you doing it with a dumbbell on the edge of a bench, or it could be the cable machine. But in my opinion, this machine here, if you have it at your gym, is the best. But instead of putting your chest on the pad and doing it like this, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna stand, you're gonna put your foot on the platform, hand on here strong, and then you're gonna grab this. You wanna grab it to the one where it's just closest to your torso. You're gonna grab, squeeze, and when you bring it back, turn into the side you're doing a little bit and really get the squeeze. And it's great to just focus on each side separately. And this is a great exercise to do that. Oh. So this is gonna hit heavily on the lats, this exercise, and the lat is this muscle here, and it's the one that's going to give you that V-shaped back. That's the goal we're going through here. Swap feet, hand on the pad again, same thing. The wrist straps aren't really gonna do much in this exercise, so you can just not use them. Okay, so the next exercise we're gonna do is some sort of variation of a pull down machine. Now, it's whatever works best for you. My favorite is this wide grip attachment. As the rest of the workout, I haven't done anything that's wide grip, so it's great to get a bit of a wide grip exercise in, but you've got many other types. You've got this attachment if you prefer to hold it like this and pull down, but for me, and everyone's different, this is my favorite. So we're gonna up the weight. You wanna set this pad here so that you can get your knees under nice and lock yourself in. And then very important, guys, when you're doing this, you wanna bring your shoulders down, lock them like this, and then you're gonna bring the weight down. If I let my shoulders up like this, it's taking all the tension off my back. So I have to lock in like this, then pull down, lock them in when I'm on the way back up, and then bring it down. You're gonna feel the stretch on your back a hell of a lot more if you lock in your shoulders like that. So this is one of my all-time favorite exercises on the planet. This is the dumbbell pullover. I'd say it's a little bit of an advanced exercise and it's a little bit of a dangerous one, but the stretch that you're gonna feel on your lats, for me personally, is like nothing else. So we're gonna grab a weight. I like to put it on my hip here, and you're gonna just put the top of your back on the bench, right? Then you're gonna get this up. And then we're gonna bring it down so you feel a maximum stretch and pull all the way up. You're gonna make sure your mind muscle connection for your lats is strong right now, because it might take you a while to get this exercise right. But once you get it, the stretch is just unreal. So there is other variations you can do of this that are going to work similar muscles. So you do have the pullover machine. They are rare, but it's basically where you're sitting, you put your elbows on and you're going to bring it down. But most of the time, they're not a good machine and you're not fixed in place on your core because you either don't have a seatbelt or don't have anywhere to put your feet. And then you have the cable pullover where you have the cable like this and you bring the cable down like that. That's a common exercise. A lot of people do that. But for me, I find it works my abs too much. And this is the best. So I would recommend getting good at this exercise if you want to build some good lats. This is an exercise that's heavy on the lats. Okay, so I know this is the 6th exercise, but it's something I just couldn't include, and it's the classic pull-up. So say if you're doing this at the end of a workout, it's great to do it assisted, as your back's gonna be absolutely fried. So it's nice to just finish yourself off with a bit of assisted pull-up. So I'm gonna hold at the top and down. And this is gonna finish off your back beautifully. If you were to do this at the start of your workout, if you really like pull-ups that much, you can do weighted belt pull-ups, and that's a great start out of an exercise for a back day. But if it's at the end or in the middle of the workout, I'd either do it assisted or just without any weight or assisted. when it comes to back training, you can train back by itself and you could do all these exercises. I would say to do that if it is your weak point. But say for someone like me, I have more weak points in maybe my arms, shoulders and legs. So what I do is I train this with chest and I train this after chest. So my back is not prioritized this much. I don't do as many back exercises as we've done in this video because I don't train it by itself. So you have to figure out what's your weak point, figure out what you want to grow the most, and you could do back by itself and use these exercises. So I hope you guys enjoyed that in-depth back training video. It's the first kind of training video I've done like this. I feel that over my 5 years of training, I've gained quite a bit of knowledge on how to build a decent back and a decent physique in general from where I've come from. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you again next Monday.